This is a very important meeting for the Anny Lindh Foundation, which takes place in an historical moment with the Arab Spring, with the democratization processes in some countries of the South, and with also a lot of problems and opportunities in the European countries. That's why bringing together the 43 networks of the Anny Lindh Foundation in such a moment is so important. We have now the possibility, we have now the opportunity to involve all our networks, among them the Polish network also, of course, in participating in this historical moment, trying to define for the Mediterranean area a more peaceful, a more democratic and a more sustainable perspective. That's why the meeting is so important, and that's why we are so honored to have this meeting in Poland, because it means that Poland, which is an Eastern European country, is participating, of course, in what is the Eastern Partnership, is looking towards the East, but Poland has also the capacity to look towards the South.
We feel that when culture is concerned, there is a lot in common. There is this human creativity, there is human values that we share. We share the values of democracy, of freedom, of human rights, and it's true that there are differences, cultural differences, but this would enrich the culture rather than make it a point of conflict. So we have to build on what's common in order to enlarge it and to tackle the differences in order to settle them. When we are in Poland, we are always reminded that culture means a lot. It is because of culture we are here. It's because of culture we are invited to Poland and to Kraków, and in that we are really thankful.
We are trying to address the same subject as you here in Poland address. This is the problem of diversity, how to work within this very strange framework of diversity on one hand, but also cohesion, and an attempt to create cohesion into Israeli society, and to address problems that are created by this situation of globalization. On one hand, we live in a global area, a global era in which people are traveling from one place to another. There's a lot of immigration from south to north, but also in the case of Israel from north to south most times. And at the same time, how to deal in such an immigration-based society and how to create common ground. Nevertheless, being here in Poland, it's only to emphasize how much hard we need to work in order to achieve a new era.
Intercultural dialogue today is more important than ever before, in my opinion. But what I recognize now is that we have a complete change of the perception of the Middle East and Northern Africa. And this is something very new. Now people in Germany, they understand more and more that these societies are very complex, that they have also a civil society, that they have a lot of cultural organizations. So I hope that now we will find more organizations interested to join common actions in the Euro-Mediterranean space. We are here in a cultural capital, Kraków, but on the same hand, it reminds us to history. I'm talking about Auschwitz, and of course this is a place of the worst barbarism we found in history. And this gives us the responsibility to remember and to say that this will never happen again.
Dzieciaki baby przestrecą! Pozamykali okna, pozamykali drzwi, zabrali dzieci, a cyganie przeszli przez miasto i pod las. A tam tylko ciaworero, matuka ma, nad rzekę szli po wodę.
Najpierw cyganki zamiatały całą ziemię swoimi długimi, pięknymi spódnicami, a najlepiej te garnki sprzedawały. Nikt nie miał się z nimi targować.
O, jest sama.
Right now living a historical moment in the Mediterranean with all these incredible and fantastic changes. And in that moment, in fact, civil society is having a very important role, can have a very important role, and that's why, in fact, Anny Lindh Foundation, all its experience and all the networks, including the Portuguese network, can have a very important intervention right now. For us, being here in Poland and participating in this meeting of all the heads of network means, in fact, being in the moment of the big change, of the big step forward of the Anny Lindh Foundation and its capacity to move all the civil society to this new phase. For Portugal, we, as you know, have an Atlantic shore from which we went to the discoveries of all over the world, but we have a Mediterranean soul and spirit and logic of the way of connecting with people, of the diversity, the openness of contacting. So for us, this is a really important moment to be with it, to work with it, and to help things going forward.